Clay, what were you able to do tonight, not just to have success, but to pitch into the seventh?
Yeah, I was able to, force some contact early and kept them swinging. I think I stayed in the zone, better than I have in the past against these guys, and they stayed on the tack, and I think it forced them to keep swinging. I was able to use, a couple other pitches besides just the sinker, and I think it just kept them off balance just enough, and got just enough weak contact to allow me to be efficient.
How much of a point of emphasis was that to mix up your pitches a little bit more?
Yeah, I mean, just when I'm at my best, I feel like I'm using my whole arsenal and covering different parts of the zone. The sinker's good and it's easy to kind of rely on it at times, but like I said, when I think I'm at my best, I'm able to mix and match certain different pitches and kind of use the whole arsenal. And so it's really not just kind of forcing myself, to one thing or one side of the plate. It's let's use this, let's mix it up, and it helps everything play off each other a lot better.
What was the key to getting through that fourth inning after the back-to-back walks?
Yeah, I think I just kind of went back to I can't just sit back and try to make the perfect pitch. Let's force some contact here and kind of see what happens and trust that. They had a couple ground balls. It wasn't like they were just smoking balls that inning. It's just kind of me hurting myself. So I just stepped back and I was like, I'm going to keep forcing contact here and let the defense work. I think after those two walks, it's like, man, let's just go after these guys. I can't beat myself, because I knew that, that's what happened, the past couple of times with these guys. And so it's really just me trusting defense, and the defense come up huge tonight. Starling made a big play out there. TT, a great diving catch. You're all around the infield. I mean, it was really me just kind of trusting them, and man, they played really well out there tonight.
What kind of a lift is that, especially the inning-ending double play that Marte turned when he makes that throw and you guys get out of the inning that way?
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, it's just a huge momentum boost. It's a great feeling as a pitcher, to get it out. But, when a guy's about to score and he's out at home, it's a little extra special. It's just, even talking to him after, he's like, before that pitch I was moving my arm around because I was wanting it, I was expecting it. And I think that's just the mentality of all those guys out there. They're wanting to play. They're expecting it, and it shows. Just the jumps they get and the plays they're able to make out there. It's a huge boost.
Getting length has obviously been an issue for much of the rotation. How much, when McNeil goes out and does it last night, how inspirational is that? And then that you're able to go out and kind of do the same thing.
Yeah, I think a lot of aspects about this game is can be contagious. You see it with hitting and same with the pitching. It's obviously there were some outings where we wish as the starters we could have been a little more efficient, went a little deeper, and like you said, you have one guy kind of do something and break through something that I think people can feed off that. The game's contagious, but I don't know. It's not necessarily us trying to go out and do more. I think it's just we're in a spot where we can trust ourselves, and there's kind of a healthy competition. Let's go out and let's be our best, and hopefully there's a lot more to come.
How big was Jeff's homer in the third?
Huge. Especially picking up. Two guys in scoring position, and they get the two outs there, and for them to kind of be able to stop the momentum there, it could have been a big part of the game there. And Jeff, his home run with two outs was, it was just a massive swing. Put us up, gave me some room to kind of wiggle with there, and be more efficient. And so, just that aspect, that swing was probably the play of the night. It was a huge swing.
Starling, Clay just said that after that throw you came in and said you were warming up the shoulder the whole time that you were ready for it. Is that true?
Después de ese tiro, Clay dijo que tú entraste y tú dijiste que tú estabas calentando para ese momento. Sí, claro. Sé el bateador que es profile. Sé que pone la bola en juego mucho y anticipé antes de dar el batazo y hice un par de gestos con el brazo para estar ready por si me tocaba. Yeah, of course. So, Perfar's a guy that puts the ball in play a lot. So, I was already positioning myself for an opportunity like that, and that's when I started to gesture it, just to show that I was ready and able to do what I did.
So when you're thinking ahead and anticipating that way, and then it comes to pass and you pull it off that way, what's the feeling when you get that out call at home?
Que cuando ya tú estás anticipando eso y tú puedes, tú tienes la oportunidad para tirar esa bola y también sacarlo a cómo se siente ese momento ahí. Bueno, se siente bien, ya que todo el mundo sabe que fue mi posición desde el principio de mi carrera y se controla muy bien los batazos y tirando pajón. Se siente bien cuando uno puede ayudar al pitcher, hacer un doble play de esa manera donde el inning se muere y ya tiene un tiempo libre para pensar y seguir batallando en cada entrada que siguió. You know, it feels good, especially being the position that I played in the beginning of my career. I'm already comfortable. I know how to maneuver out there. But it also feels good to be able to have a double play like that and to be able to stop the inning, to be able to get the pitcher off of his feet. But yeah, when you're able to get a play like that, it feels really good to be able to help the pitcher out in that sense.
How well are you seeing the ball right now?
Bueno, la veo bien. Simplemente pienso en poner la bola en juego y tratar de envasarme para que mis compañeros sigan compitiendo y podamos traerme a base. You know, I feel good. I think my approach is just to put the ball in play, and to just give my teammates the opportunity to do what they do, and then just to give each other more opportunity to try to score runs.
How differently does this season feel, considering that you're healthy?
¿Qué diferente se siente la temporada ahora mismo que tú estás saludable? Bueno, me siento bien, gracias a Dios. Simplemente espero mi momento para seguir compitiendo y nada más importante que me alegra es cuando hacemos una cosa y podemos ganar, pero el manager confía en mí. Cuando él me tiene en el line-up, yo siempre digo, yo voy a todas siempre, aunque no pueda caminar, pero mientras tengo el espíritu de querer ganar, yo voy a estar dando lo que sea en el terreno. You know, it feels good. It feels good to be in the spirit of competition, to be able to go out there and have the trust of the manager. And no matter what, no matter how I'm feeling, I'm going to go out there. So if there are days that I can't walk, I'm still going to go out there and give my best and leave it all out there on the field, no matter how it is that I feel. But I feel like I'm competing right now.
Starling, you've been hitting for average all season, but now the power's starting to tick back up. Any reason in your mind why you're starting to see those home runs come in bunches now?
Durante la temporada tú has estado bateando por promedio, ahora tienes más poder, más fuerza. ¿Por qué tú piensas que ahora mismo te está sucediendo? Bueno, siguiendo el plan de los coaches Chávez, Jeremy, Rafi, son personas que confío, son personas que me han visto y han buscado a manera de los turnos anteriores de cómo yo he tenido buen resultado levantando la bola. Son cosas que seguimos trabajando con eso y se ha visto el resultado de que he podido darle mejor a la bola se están yendo con mejores distancias y algo de confianza, ¿me entiendes? Sé que tenemos coach que son bastante buenos, Chávez, con muchísima experiencia de Grande Liga, sabe lo que uno a veces tiene que hacer, ¿me entiendes? Pero también soy un jugador que le digo, oye, necesito ayuda, ¿cómo puedo mejorar en esto? Y ahí es donde ellos se concentran un poco más y me dicen, cuando vienen a mí, lo escucho bastante y lo pongo en práctica en el play y en el cage. You know, it feels good. I've been able to follow the plans of the hitting coaches, Chavi, Jeremy, Rafi. They've been doing a lot of work, a lot of planning, a lot of preparation for me to be able to have the success. And when there are times that I'm out there and I feel a little bit lost, I go to them and I say, hey, I need help here. And then that's when they put even more focus on it and they give me the proper plan. But at the end of the day, it comes down to a lot of trust and a lot of practice when going out there for batting practice. And just working on the drills and working on the plan that we've created, and up until now, it's been really helpful to be able to have that trust and that open line of communication with those coaches, especially Chavi, who's been in the league, has had a great career and knows a lot and has a lot of experience. So yeah, when you have that trust, it really goes a long way.
What have these last two nights been like for the offense? Just 21 hits last night and 6 home runs. today. Just being a part of that when kind of everything seems to be clicking on all cylinders.
¿Cómo se siente para cada parte de la alineación cuando han tenido dos juegos consecutivos así, o con 21 y la noche anterior y 6 jonrones? ¿Cómo se siente? Bueno, se siente bien y se siente magnífico poder ver los compañeros cogiendo base por bola, aprovechando cada picheo que el piche comete de error en la zona, poder sacarlo, compitiendo en la base. Es algo fantástico. Ahora mismo estamos jugando, en los últimos 2 días hemos estado jugando un béisbol que eso es lo que somos nosotros, corredores agresivos, bateadores agresivos en la zona, y esa es la diferencia que hemos tenido todos los últimos juegos, que hemos sabido aprovechar cada picheo y hemos sabido aprovechar los jugadores en la base para poder traerlos. Es muy divertido jugar así, espero que sigamos jugando así hasta que se acabe lo que nosotros hemos prometido. You know, it feels good. The way that we've been playing the last 2 nights, we've been taking a lot of pitches, but also taking advantage of the pitchers' mistakes. And we've been playing the brand of baseball that we know we're capable of playing. We've been aggressive on the base bats. We're being aggressive on pitches in the zone. And when that's able to happen, that's when that's able to click for us. We're able to show the type of team that we're capable of being, to then finally achieve the goal that we've promised. We've promised each other at the end of the day.
Jeff, 2 bombs today. I'm assuming you like the first one a little more.
Yeah, big spot there. Second, third, 2 outs. Just trying to drive them in, trying to get a good pitch, and got that cutter, and didn't miss it.
Your second longest home run of your career. Did it feel pretty long?
I mean, it felt like one of the farthest I've ever hit. I don't believe those numbers sometimes. I think I hit one 444. I think that was my longest, and I felt like that one went farther, or this one went farther. So can't trust the numbers all the time.
I take it the shoulders, yeah.
Yeah, it feels good. It's just something we got to stay on top of, and definitely was a lot better throwing the ball today. Don't really feel it at all when I swing, so it feels good there, but I'm just going to stay on top of it.
Are you taking like an anti-inflammatory kind of thing?
Just some stuff to help calm it down and deal with the pain a little bit, but it doesn't affect me at all. Like throwing the ball, just a little sharp pinch after.
Okay.
Is this the first time that's cropped up for you?
Yeah, it's the first time I've ever had anything like this, but everything was good in the MRI, which is comforting. It's one of those things you can grind through, and we're going to manage, and shouldn't be a problem.
Just how relieving is it to get a clean MRI back, given the way that your last 2 seasons have ended?
Yeah. Feel like I've been on the bad luck of, the wrong side of some bad luck. So, it's nice to have a clean MRI there, and just continue business.
After 2 nights out of the starting lineup, how nice is it to kind of just get back and produce immediately? After those 2 games?
Yeah. Took 2 days to kind of let it calm down a little bit, and it feels good to get back in there. It was fun seeing the boys yesterday. With that game they had. So you want to get in there and contribute.
Does it feel like the offense is kind of clicking at all cylinders right now?
Yeah, we're swinging the bat well. We're not missing pitches, and I feel like we have some good plans up there and driving the ball and stringing together those innings and putting together those big innings are huge. So been swinging well.
So how far did you think you drove the ball this time?
I don't know. I just don't believe the numbers sometimes.